Well, people haven't talked about you lately, Ben, so is that a good thing?
Yes, sir. I'm kind of floating with it right now. My snaps have been kind of high, so just got to get them down and get that right. So, I've been working at it and get better.
I mean, as far as moving on in your career, I mean, you see guys now. I mean, go from being just a long snapper and in college to going on actually earning spots on the NFL team. So is that something you're?
Yes, sir. Right now, I'm just focused on South Carolina and get my snaps down and trying to handle my part of the business. You got to know your role. My role right now is to have perfect snaps for Barber, and Barber can hit him like he has been, and perfect snaps for Marshall so he can put him to the upright. So,
give me an example this summer about how many snaps you think you probably made when you worked out with those guys, like a day, a week?
Oh, I don't know. We snapped every week, multiple times a week. So we definitely hit it hard this off season, and I think it shows for Barber definitely, and for Marshall as well. And everyone's trying to perfect their craft. And we have always been working hard. And I think this year we kind of got together as a unit, and only as strong as our weakest link. So we're just all trying to get better for each other.
What the pride you take in that, though, just to make their job as easy as possible, and what that means to you?
Yeah, for me, I mean, if I can make them look good, they're going to make me look good. So if I can give Barber a good snap and he can hang one up there and have a guy fair catch it, then I'm going to look good covering down the field and not having to run around much. And then for Marshall, we want to be 100% as a unit. There is no individual. So if we were to miss a field goal, that'd be my fault too. So I got to get my laces right, and I got to get the location right. And our holder's been great. So we definitely want to be perfect for each other.
So when people, for whatever lack of a better word, maybe not Marshall, that you kind of take a personal offense to that because that you're part of that.
Definitely, it would be just like the quarterback and the O-line. If the quarterback doesn't look good and the O-line hears of it, then they're going to take pride in it and try to solve it, or vice versa. So it's definitely a team unit, and we're definitely a special unit.
What's it like playing on the football team along with your brother?
It's awesome. I've been fortunate enough to do that for a while now, and this year's a little different because we got my little brother who's actually at Georgia Southern. He's a freshman, and he's playing a little bit of tackle over there. So we actually play them on senior night, but it's awesome to be able to come here and play with my brother. We've been playing with him for 4 years now, and to be able to share a senior night with him this year, that'll be special, and all my family will be here. So it's very cool. It was very good at the beginning because when you struggled and you weren't sure why you were here, or you wanted to go home, you had a brother right there. And for him and me, we used each other a lot. And now it's just kind of a natural thing, and we're best friends, we're brothers, and we're on the same team. So it's cool to be able to win, and if it happens, lose together. We're always together in what we do. So.
You were mentioning your position kind of gets overlooked. John, on the other hand, plays with a unit that has received a lot of praise over the past few years, especially. Is that weird, knowing that one of you guys is a little more prominent than others?
No, not at all. I know he knows his role, and I know my role. And I think if you ask the O-line, they would say they don't want any publicity either. So I think a lot of guys, they just want to do what they're here to do, and they want to move on and take a shot at what they're able to do and do the best at it. So, but definitely not. I'd rather be behind the scenes, and I think he would too. So.
Talking about Jeremiah and Georgia, so I know obviously that's we're going to talk more about that later as that game gets closer. But when he signed with them and all that, the whole family was kind of what was that like? Oh, here we go, we got a Theus bowl here coming.
Yeah, very excited for our brother. He's worked his tail off, and he's always been a hard worker, and he tries to perfect his craft as well. And so for us to see him go to a school that he really enjoys, and to be able to get a scholarship and to do what he loves, play football, then that makes John and I so happy. I mean, happier than winning any football game. And so we think family comes first, and for him to be able to get a shot at what we're doing, and now he gets to live his life out and do what he's doing, it's just awesome.